Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Jai Shri Krishna Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandho Jagatpati Gopesha Gopikanta Radhakanta Namostute Tapta Kanchan Gorangi Radhe Vrindaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Nārayanam namaskritya naram chaiv narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudhire. Tulsi Radhe Govind Bhagwan ki jai. Srimad Bhagavatam ki
Jai.
Hare Krishna. Hare
Hare Krishna, everybody.
Hare Krishna Tarun.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Nice to see you again. All right, Krishna Tarun. So, हम लोग we started reading chapter 7, yesterday, and we actually completed it. And जैसा कि हम लोग पढ़ रहे हैं 7वें अध्याय में Indradev along with Devatas, they are enjoying the Aishwarya of the Devloks. And then Brahspati, Guru Brahspati ji comes. He is the Guru of all Devatas, as we know. And they are so busy in the whole enjoying the Aishwarya that they don't respect Brahspati ji. And then, as we read, Brahspati ji gets invisible. He goes out of the Sabha. And Indradev realizes his mistake, but little too late. And then, of course, meanwhile, Shukracharya ji takes advantage of the situation. He asks demons to attack Devatas, and demons are winning. So Devatas are running nowhere. Then they go to Lord Brahma, and then Lord Brahma tells Devatas to go to Vishwarup, receive Vishwarup and make him their Guru. That's what we are reading. So in this Adhyay, all Devatas goes to Rishi Vishwarup and asks him to be Guru. Even though he is younger in age, it was mentioned that because he is a tapasvi, he had a higher Vedic knowledge than even Devatas. Devatas agreed to make him the Guru. And Vishwarup agreed because Vishwarup said, of course, it's a great enjoyment for Vishwarup to be Guru of all the Devatas. And so, as we know, we are reading this, Vishwarup, who was most liberal, spoke to King Indra, the secret hymn that protected Indra and conquered the military power of the demons. So that's what Vishwarup is. Gupta Shastraksho. Gupta Shastraksho, which actually made Mahendra is the Lord Indra. And from Vishwarup. And that hymn is called as, what is that called? What's the secret hymn here being referred to? Is the Nārāyaṇa-kavaca. Like we're reading the Nārāyaṇa-kavaca is what Vishwarup is telling Lord Indra. So thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purpose of the 6th canto, 7th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam called Indra offends his spiritual master Brahspati. Lo Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. So now we'll start the chapter 8, which talks about the Nārāyaṇa-kavaca Shiva. This is where Rishi Vishwarup explains the Nārāyaṇa-kavaca to all Devatas. So we'll start the shlok first. आप पढ़ पाएंगे रसिक श्याम प्रभु जी? Anil. Anil.
Sri Rajovacha Eya Gupta Sahasraksha Savahan Ripusaikan Kridanyava Vinirjitya Trilokya Bhuje Shriyam Bhagavastam Makhyahi Varma Narayanatmakam Yatha Tatayinah Shrutrinena Gupto Jayan Radhe. King Parikshit inquired from Sukadev Goswami, my lord, kindly explain the Vishnu mantra armor that protected King Indra and enabled him to conquer his enemies, along with their carriers, and enjoy the opulence of the three worlds. Please explain to me that Narayan armor by which King Indra achieved success in battle, conquering the enemies who were endeavoring to kill him. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so Parikshit Maharaj is asking Sukadeva Goswami to really explain that Nārāyaṇa-kavaca. Yeah, Nārāyaṇ-atmakam. Yeah, and so let's continue reading. Tarun. Tarun, पढ़ोगे? It looks like Tarun was driving to Rasikshyam Prabhuji. Will you be able to read? Or are you on the listening mode? So, Shri Bhadrayani Ruvacha Vritah Purohiti Swastro Mahendrayanu Prichate Nārāyaṇakyam Varma Tadihe Kamanashnu. Shri Sukdev Goswami said, King Indra, the leader of the demigods, inquired about the armor known as Nārāyaṇa-kavaca from Vishwarupa, who was engaged by the demigods as their priest. Please hear Vishwarupa's reply with great attention. Yeah, so we are going to hear the Nārāyaṇakyam. Yeah, Anilji.
Yeah. Shri Vishwarupa Vacha Dhautāṅghriya Pāణirācamya Sadpavitra Uddandamukhaha Krataswang Karanyaso Mantrabhyam Vagyata Shuchihi Nārāyaṇa Param Varma Sannaheda Bhaya Agate Padayorjanuno Rurvo Rudare Hridyato Rasi Mukheshirasyanupurvya Dondkaradi Vinnaseta Om Namo Narayaneti Viparya Yamtapi Va. Vishwarup said, if some form of fear arrives, one should first wash his hands and legs clean and then perform Achman by chanting this mantra, Om Pavitra Pavitro Va Sarva Vastam Gato Piva Yah Smareta Pundar Kaksham Sa Bahya Bhayantara Suchi Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu. Then one should touch Kushagrass and sit gravely and silently facing north. When completely purified, one should touch the mantra composed of 8 syllables to the 8 parts of his body and touch the mantra composed of 12 syllables to his hands. Thus, in the following manner, he should bind himself with the Narayan coat of armor. First, while chanting the mantra composed of 8 syllables, Om Namo Narayana, beginning with the prana, the syllable Om, one should touch his hands to 8 parts of his body, starting with the 2 feet and progressing systematically to the knees, thighs, abdomen, heart, chest, mouth, and head. Then one should chant the mantra in reverse, beginning from the last syllable, Ya, while touching the parts of his body in the reverse order. These 2 processes are known as Patinasa and Sanhara Nyasa, respectively. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so Rishi Vishwarup is telling how to start the Nārāyaṇa-kavaca. Before we start the Nārāyaṇa-kavaca, he is telling the paddhati of how to get the purified, and then how do you, when do you do Om Namo Narayana, and then You know, how do you touch all the body parts and then sit down facing north? Yeah, and that's how you start. So next, Tarun.
Karnyasam tata kuryad dvadasakara sakara vidyaya pranavadiya karantam angulu sorry, I had a call coming in. Anguli Angusta Parvasu. Then one should chant the mantra composed of 12 syllables. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, preceding each syllable by the Omkara. One should place the syllables of the mantra on the tips of his fingers, beginning with the index finger of the right hand and concluding with the index finger of the left. The 4 remaining syllables should be placed on the joints of the thumbs. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so then we should be saying that the next mantra should be 12 syllables, which is Dvadakshiraya Vidya. What is that mantra of 12 syllables? Is Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. And what was the mantra to be done before this in the previous shlok? Right? The 8 syllables.
Om Namo Nārāyaṇa.
Om Namo Nārāyaṇa. Yeah, that's the 8 syllables. So Ashta syllables. And this is the Dvadash Akshar Vidya. And then, so that's next. And then, Nyaseta Driya Omkaram Vikaram Mano Murdhani Shekaram Tu Dhruvo Madhye Nakaram Shikayanyase Vikaram Netrayor Yujya Jannakaram Sarvasandishu Makaram Astra Muddisha Mantra Murti Bhaveda Buddha Savisarga Fandatam Tat Sarvadikshitu Vinirdasheta Om Vishnave Namah Iti. One must then chant the mantra of 6 syllables. Om Vishnave Namah. One should place the syllable on his heart, the syllable V on the top of his head, the syllable Sa between his eyebrows, the syllable Na on his tuft of hair Shikha, and the syllable Va between his eyes. The chanter of the mantra should then place the syllable Na on all the joints of the body and meditate on the syllable Ma as being a weapon. He should thus become the perfect personification of the mantra. He should thus become the perfect personification of the mantra. Thereafter, adding Visharg to the final syllable Ma, he should chant the mantra Mah Astraya Fata in all directions, beginning from the east. In this way, all directions will be bound by the protective armor of the mantra. Yeah. So this is how the protective armor of the mantra is. So first is the 8 syllables, which is Om Namo Nārāyaṇa. The second is the 12 syllables, and what that mantra is? What's the Dvadaksh Akshar mantra was in the previous shlok? Right. So
Om
first
Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So first Om Namo Nārāyaṇa, then Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, and in the 4 syllables mantra is Om Vishnave. Yeah, that's what Vishwarudhi is telling Devatas. And then this way you get protection from all directions. Anilji?
Atmanam Paramam Dhyayed Dheyam Shat Shakti Virutam Vidya Tejastapo Murti Mimam Mantra Mudaharet. After finishing this chanting, one should think himself qualitatively one with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is full in 6 opulences and is worthy to be meditated upon. Then one should chant the following protective prayer to Lord Nārāyaṇa, the Nārāyaṇa-kavaca. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, yeah. So then just pay attention and meditation with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, right? Who is, of course, saying the Shat Shakti Abhyutam. And then you say Param Dhyayeda, right? Like think quantitatively one, and then one should chant the protective prayer to Lord Narayan, the Nārāyaṇa-kavaca. Yeah. So that's what now Vishwarup-ji is going to explain. Tarun?
Om Hari Vidyadhyan Mama Sarva Raksham Nyastangiri Padma Patagendra Prasthe Darari Charma Sigadeshu Chapaha Pashanam Dadano Saguno Sabhahu. The Supreme Lord, who sits on the back of the bird Garuda, touching him with his lotus feet, holds 8 weapons: the conch shell, disc, shield, sword, club, arrows, bow, and ropes. May that Supreme Personality of Godhead protect me at all times with his 8 arms. He is all-powerful because he fully possesses the 8 mystic powers, Anima, Lagima, etc. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So after those mantras, Nārāyaṇa-kavaca starts, and Nārāyaṇa-kavaca, yeah, says here Sarva Raksham, yeah, and the Supreme Lord, the way is being described is sits on the back of the bird Garud. Yeah, says here Patagendra Pristhe, like on the back of Garud. Of course, Garud is the Vahan of Lord Vishnu, right? Touching him with his lotus feet, yeah, Nastanga Agri Padma, and then holds 8 weapons. As we know, in the 8 hands, right, Lord Vishnu appears, and he holds the conch shell, Shank, Chakra, yeah, then the shield, sword, club, arrows, bow, and ropes. Yeah, says here, Dar, Ari, Charma, Asi, Gada, Ishu, Chap, Pasha. Yeah, those are the ones. And then he is all powerful, Ashtaguno, Ashtabahu. Yeah, so Ast is 8, is Ashtabahu, and then Ashtaguno. Ashtaguno is the Ashtasiddhi. As we have seen, the Ashtasiddhis are all the mystic powers, like Anima, Lagima means like you can be smallest of the smallest, longest of the longest, and like that. So that are Ashtasiddhis. Yeah, so that's how the Nārāyaṇa-kavaca starts. And it's a nice purport. Anilji?
Yeah. Thinking oneself with the Supreme is called Ahangraho Pasana. Though Ahangro Grahopasana, one does not become God, but he thinks of himself as qualitatively one with the Supreme. Understanding that as a spirit soul he is equal in quality to the Supreme Soul, the way the water of a river is of the same nature as the water of the sea. One should meditate upon the Supreme Lord as described in this verse and seek his protection. The living entities are always subordinate to the Supreme. Consequently, their duty is to always seek the mercy of the Lord in order to be protected by him in all circumstances. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So what is being mentioned is that one should think, like the total focus meditation is one should think one with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And it's also mentioned that we have the soul, right, Atma, and there's a Paramatma, which is a Supreme Soul, right? And our soul has the same quality as the Supreme Soul. Yeah, it's the same quality, except the difference is the soul and the Supreme Soul. So the difference, the way is given is like one is the water of a river and the water of the sea, right? So one is the sea and river. The water has the same quality, but sea is sea and the river is river, right? So that's why the living entities are always subordinate to the Supreme. And that's where Atma is not Paramatma. Atma is Atma, and there is one Paramatma, right? But all the Atmas belongs to the Paramatmas. Yeah. And so it's always seek the mercy of the Supreme Lord to be protected by him in all circumstances, right? Is what is being mentioned. Jaleshu mam rakshatu matasya murti yado ganebhyo varunasya pasha isthaleshu mayavatu vamano vyata trivikramah kevatu vishwarupah. May the Lord, who assumes the body of a great fish, protect me in the water from the fierce animals that are associates of the demigod Varun. By expanding his illusory energy, the Lord assumed the form of the dwarf Vaman. May Vaman protect me on the land, since the gigantic form of the Lord Vishwarup conquers the three worlds. May he protect me in the sky. Yeah. So then the Nārāyaṇa-kavaca continues, and what Vishwarup is telling Lord Indra and all the Devatas is Jaleshu Mam Rakshatu Matasya Murti. So in the Jal, Matasya Roop, as we know, Matasya Avatar of Lord Vishnu, asking to protect in the Jal, yeah, and where of course Varun is the as we know, Varun Dev is the Lord of Jal, yeah, the Lord of the water is Varun Dev, yeah, and then Istaleshu on the earth, Vaman Avatar, as we know, the Vaman Avatar protect where Trivikrama is the Vaman Avatar who took 3 steps on the Maharaja Bali, right? And then of course Vishwarupa hai, yeah, the Lord is since the gigantic form of the Lord Vishwarup conquers the 3 worlds, may he protect me in the sky. K Avtu is the sky, right? So with this mantra, protect in Jal, on earth and in the sky, right? So this mantra seeks the protection of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the water, land and sky in his incarnations as the fish, Vamandev and the Vishwarup. Anil ji?
जी हाँ। दुर्गेश्वर व्याजी मुखादिषु प्रभु पायान्र सिंहो सूर्यूथ पारिः विमुच्यतो यस्य महाट्टहासं दिशो विनेदुर्न्य पतंश्च गर्वाः. May Lord Nrsimhadev, who appeared as the enemy of Hiranyakashipu, protect me in all directions. His loud laughing vibrated in all directions and caused the pregnant wives of the Asuras to have miscarriages. May that Lord be kind enough to protect me in difficult places like the forest and battlefront. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So then praise to Lord Nrsimhadev. Yeah. Paya Narsingho. Yeah. Who Asura Yuth Pari hai. Of course. So as we saw in the previous shloka, yeah, praying to Matsya Avatar, then for Jal protection in the Jal, then praying to Vamandev for protection on earth, and then praying to Vishwarup for protection in the sky, and then praying to Lord Nrsimhadev, yeah, to protect in difficult places like the forest and the battlefront. Yeah. Tarun?
Rakshatva asayu asvyo madhvani yajna kalpaha swadamshrayanutta nita dharo varaha ramo drikustesya va atha vipravase salaksamano vyad bharato grajo smana. The Supreme Indestructible Lord is ascertained through the performance of ritualistic sacrifices and is therefore known as Yagneshwara. In his incarnation as Lord God, he raised the planet Earth from the water at the bottom of the universe and kept it on his pointed tusks. May that Lord protect me from rogues on the street. May Parashurama protect me on the tops of mountains, and may the elder brother of Bharata, Lord Ramchandra, along with his brother Lakshmana, protect me in foreign countries. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So like continues the Nārāyaṇa-kavaca. Kavaca is the protection, right? And what Vishwarup is telling Lord Deva is then you need to pray to Yagneshwar, yeah, because for all during the ritualistic sacrifices, he's going to protect. And when you pray to Lord Varaha, yeah, who got as we remember, when we read about Lord Varaha, Swam Drashta Yo Anita Dharo, right? He got the earth out of the ocean, right? From the bottom of the universe, and he brought it up on earth. And then, of course, the Ramo, the Parshuramji, and the Sir Lakshmana Vyadata, like the Lord Ram, yeah, they also protect in different places. Yeah. Anilji?
Mamugradharmad khilat pramada Nārāyaṇa pātu narasya hāsāt Dattasya yoga datha yoganatha Payad guneshah kapilah karma bandhat. May Lord Narayana protect me from unnecessarily following false religious systems and falling off from my duties due to madness. May the Lord in his appearance as Nar protect me from unnecessary pride. May Lord Dattatreya, the master of all mystic power, protect me from falling while performing Bhakti Yoga, and may Lord Kapil, the master of all good qualities, protect me from the material bondage of fruitive activities. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so like this, the Nārāyaṇa-kavaca continues and says that may Lord Narayan protect me from false religious systems. Yeah, says Nārāyaṇa pātu, and then Nar in Naru, yeah, Naraksha hasate. So from the wrong crowd in the Narayan roop, and then in Dattatreya roop, yeah, protecting Yoganatha hai, like from failing to perform the right bhakti yoga. And then Kapila hai karma bandhat hai. So Lord Kapil, protect me from the material bondage of fruitive activities, karma bandhat hai. Yeah, so that's how the Nārāyaṇa-kavaca continues. Sanat Kumaro avatu kamadeva dvaya shirsha mam pathi deva helana deva rishi varya purushacha antarat kurmo harima niryad shesha. So may Sanat Kumar protect me from lusty desires. As I begin some auspicious activity, may Lord Hayagriva protect me from being an offender by neglecting to offer respectful obeisances to the Supreme Lord. May Dev Rishi Narad protect me from committing offenses in worshipping the deity. And may Lord Kurma, the tortoise, protect me from falling to the unlimited hellish planets. Yeah. So again, continuing with all the Narayan avatars, yeah, Sanat Kumars, yeah, Sanat Kumars protect from Kamadeva, yeah, from the lusty desires. Then Lord Hayagriva protect from neglecting the offering obeisances to the Supreme Lord. See, like we know how Lord Indra forgot to pay the respectful obeisances to Brahspati Deva and got into trouble, right? So praying to Hayagriva, yeah, Hay Shri Shyama Pati Deva Helana. And then says, may Dev Rishi Narad, yeah, Dev is the Dev Rishi Narad, Dev Rishi is the Dev Rishi Narad, protect from committing offenses in worshipping the deity, Purush Archana Antarata. When we are offering the Bhakti Yoga, Dev Rishi Narad protect us. And then Kurmo, yeah, Kurma Avatar, Rima Niryadi Sheshate, protect me from falling to unlimited hellish planets. So this is how the Nārāyaṇa-kavaca continues. And the nice purport, let's read this, Tarun.
Lusty desires are very strong in everyone, and they are the greatest impediment to the discharge of devotional service. Therefore, those who are very much influenced by lusty desires are advised to take shelter of Sanat Kumara, the great Brahmachari devotee. Narad Muni, who is the guide of Archana, is the author of the Narad Pancharatra, which prescribes the regulative principles for worshipping the deity. Everyone engaged in deity worship, whether at home or in the temple, should always seek the mercy of Devarsi Marada in order to avoid the 32 offenses while worshipping the deity. These offenses in deity worship are mentioned in the Nectar of Devotion. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So see, so when we are worshipping the deity, right, there can be 32 offenses which can be done, and they are all described. So that we don't do those offenses or we don't get the punishment for those offenses, we seek the mercy of Dev Rishi Narad. Yeah. Anilji?
धन्वंतर भगवान पात्वपद्याद द्वंद्वाद भयादृशभो निर्जितात्मा यज्ञश्च लोकादवता जनानताद बलो गणात क्रोध वशाद हीन्द्रः. May the Supreme Personality of Godhead in His incarnation as Dhanvantari relieve me from undesirable eatables and protect me from physical illness. May Lord Rishabhdeva, who conquered his inner and outer senses, protect me from fear produced by the duality of heat and cold. May Yagna protect me from defamation and harm from the populace, and may Lord Balaram as Shesh protect me from envious serpents. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So this is how the Nārāyaṇa-kavaca continues. And what Vishwarupji is advising is the incarnation as Dhanvantari relieve from undesirable eatables and protect from physical illness. Yeah, says here Dhanvantari Bhagwan Patrupatyat. And then it says Lord Rishabdev, the Rishabdev protects, who conquered his inner and outer senses, protect from the fear produced by the duality of heat and cold. Yeah, and then Yagya Devata protect him from defamation and harm from the population. And then Lord Balram, Balo Ganat Krodh Vashada Hindra, like he protect. Yeah, Lord Balram as Seshna, protect me from envious serpents. Yeah. So this year it continues again a nice purport. Let's read this through.
To live within this material world, one must face many dangers, as described herein. For example, undesirable food poses a danger to health, and therefore one must give up such food. The Dhanvantari incarnation can protect us in this regard. Since Lord Vishnu is the super soul of all living entities, if he likes, he can save us from adhibhoktika, disturbances from other living entities. Lord Balrama is the Shesha incarnation, and therefore he can save us from angry serpents or envious persons who are always ready to attack. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so as we have seen, in all the shlokas, we can see how different avatars can help in different situations at different locations and for different regions, right? And that's how the Nārāyaṇa-kavaca continues. Dvepayano Bhagavan Prabodhat Buddhastu Pashand Gan Pramada Kalki hai kale kal malat prapatu Dharmavanayo Rupritavata. So may the personality of Godhead in his incarnation as Vyasadev protect me from all kinds of ignorance resulting from the absence of Vedic knowledge. May Lord Buddhadev protect me from activities opposed to Vedic principles and from laziness that causes one to madly forget the Vedic principles of knowledge and ritualistic action. May Kalki Dev, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who appeared as an incarnation to protect the religious principles, protect me from the dirt of the age of Kali. Yeah. So then continuing this Nārāyaṇa-kavaca says here, Dvepayano Bhagwan Prabodhat. Yeah, that is the Vyasadev protect from ignorance resulting in the absence of Vedic knowledge. Because we do a lot of things, right? A lot of karmas are done without having the right Vedic knowledge. And that's why the bad karmas are also done, because we are not aware of the Vedic knowledge. So we are requesting Vyasadevji to protect us from those ignorance. Similarly, Buddha Stu Pashandagan Pramadat, saying Buddha Dev, Lord Buddha, protect from activities which are opposite to Vedic principles. And then Kalki Kale Kal Balat Prapatu is, of course, the Kalki Dev protect in the Kali Yuga. Yeah. And in the Kali Yuga, as we know, it's so important to protect the religious principles. And that's how the Kalki avatar is. So we are asking to protect in the Kali Yuga. And again, nice. Let's read this, Anilji.
Yeah. This verse mentions various incarnations of the Supreme Personality of Godhead who appear for various purposes. Srila Vyasadeva Mahamuni compiled the Vedic literature for the benefit of all human society. If one wants to be protected from the reactions of ignorance, even in this age of Kali, one may consult the books left by Srila Vyasadeva, namely the 4 Vedas, Som, Yajur, Rig, and Atharva, the 108 Upanishads, Vedanta Sutra, Brahma Samhita, Mahabharata, Srimad Bhagavatam, Mahapurana, Vyasadeva's commentary on the Brahma Sutra, and the other 17 Puranas. Only by the mercy of Srila Vyasadeva do we have so many volumes of transcendental knowledge to save us from the clutches of ignorance. As described by Srila Jayadev Goswami in his Dashavatara Stotra, Lord Buddha apparently described the Vedic knowledge. Nindasi yagna vidher ahaha shruti jatam sadaya hridaya darsita pasu ghatam keshav dhruta buddha sartra jaya jagad isha Hare. Hare Krishna.
The mission of Lord Buddha was to save people from the abominable activity of animal killing and to save the poor animals from being unnecessarily killed. When Pasandis were cheating by killing animals on the plea of sacrificing them in Vedic yajnas, the Lord said, if the Vedic injunctions allow animal killing, I do not accept the Vedic principles. Thus, he actually saved people who acted according to Vedic principles. One should therefore surrender to Lord Buddha so that he can help one avoid misusing the injunctions of the Vedas. The Kalki Avatara is a fierce incarnation who vanquishes the class of the atheists born in this age of Kali. Now, in the beginning of Kali Yuga, many irreligious principles are in effect, and as Kali Yuga advances, many pseudo-religious principles will certainly be introduced, and people will forget the real religious principles enunciated by Lord Krishna before the beginning of Kali Yuga, namely principles of surrender unto the lotus feet of the Lord. Unfortunately, because of Kali Yuga, foolish people do not surrender to the lotus feet of Krishna. Even most people who claim to belong to the Vedic system of religion are actually opposed to the Vedic principles. Every day they manufacture a new type of dharma on the plea that whatever one manufactures is also a path of liberation. Atheistic men generally say, Yata Mata Tata Padha. According to this view, there are hundreds of thousands of different opinions in human society, and each opinion is a valid religious principle. This philosophy of rascals has killed the religious principles mentioned in the Vedas, and such philosophies will become increasingly influential as Kali Yuga progresses. In the last stage of Kali Yuga, Kalki Deva, the fierce incarnation of Kesava, will descend to kill all the atheists and will save only the devotees of the Lord. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, yeah. So in the Nārāyaṇa-kavaca, as we saw, how, different avatars of Lord Vishnu, Lord Narayan, are glorified to save in different circumstances, different places. So I think we are going to pause here, a little bit over time, and I will continue to read the Nārāyaṇa-kavaca. We'll continue to read Nārāyaṇa-kavaca from Monday. Since it's Wednesday, we'll take a break and then again resume from Monday. Yeah. So for now, and then we will probably also hear the Nārāyaṇa-kavaca next week. Today, as the Navratri is in progress, let's continue the Aarti we were listening yesterday. Yeah. Vaishnava Aarti we were listening yesterday. After the Aarti, some prayers left. So 7 to 8 minutes, we'll hear that. Yeah.
माँ भगवती के चरणों का ध्यान करते हुए माँ से प्रार्थना करेंगे, सब मिलकर के बोलेंगे ओम देहि सौभाग्यमारोग्यम्
ॐ देहि सौभाग्यमारोग्यम्
देहि मे परमं सुखम्
देहि मे परमं सुखम्
रूपं देहि जयं देहि
रूपं देहि जयं देहि
यशो देहि दिशो जयि
यशो देहि दिशो देहि
सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः
सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः
सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः
सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः
सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु
सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु
मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्
मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्
ॐ शान्तिः
ॐ शान्तिः
ॐ शान्तिः
ॐ शान्तिः
ॐ शान्तिः
ॐ शान्तिः।
तो सभी भक्तजन शांतिपूर्वक बैठे बैठे मां भगवती की आरती का आनंद लेंगे। अब परम पूज्य पुजारी जी आरती आरंभ करते ही। जय माता दी।
जय माता दी।
गुरु जी को वंदना द्वितीय राजगणे तृतीय सिमरन शारदा निर्कार्य करो हमें जय मां आनंद आनंद करो कल्याणी कल्याण मैं 8 पैर 64 घड़ी जो चला खड्गं चक्रगदेशुलाभवर्गान् शूलं भजुण्डिं शङ्खं सन्दर्भिङ्गरेशुनयनं सर्वाङ्गभूषणं Vishavritam Veela Shantudivasapadadashikam Seve Mahakalikam Yamasto Svavite Halokamalayo Antam Madhu Vetavam Vaksha Sarvarisham Kadeshu Purisham Padamam Dhanushkundikam Dandam Shaktivasinta Dharmajalayam Gandham Suravajanam Shulam Pashasudarshane Jadavatim Haste Prasandananam Deve Sevamardani Nirmaha Rashmi Sarojastita Gandha Shulalani Jantusule Chakram Dhanu Sayakam Hasta Dirda Tingaranta Vilasat Sita Shatulya Prava Gauri Deha Samudbhavam Jagatam Adhar Bhutama Purva Bhakra Saraswati Manvaje Shummadi Virjadini Tvameva Mata Judita Tvameva Bando Jusakha Tvameva Vidya Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Shantakaram Bhujagashayam Padmanabam Sureshwaram Vishwadharam Gaganasarvisham Meghavarnam Shubhangam Lakshmikantam Kamalaнаyanam Yogi Vidyanagambhyam Vande Vishnu Bhavayahanam Sarvalokettanatham Vishvam Vishvam Ramanayanam Vishram Atmevam Vishram Madhavam Gopika Vallabham Jagi Jayagam Jyam Hare 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 Govinda Gopala Jnanam Pradehi Sharanam Pradehi Vidyam Pradehi Bhagavan Namaste Mai Meri Satya Jota Vali Mata Teri Sadahit Panchakula Rani Mata Teri Sadahit Jna Bala Karnavali Mata Teri Sadahit Hare Sansar Shanti Devali Mata Teri Sadahit Lombada Veeravajo Teri Sadahit Bolo Sache Darbar Ki Jai Dharam Ki Jai Dharam Ki Jai Dharam Ki Jai Dharam Ka Dharam Ka धर्म का प्राणियों में विश्व का भारत त्वरे बोलो हर हर गुरु बाबा श्रीधर जी जय सनातन धर्म की जय गौ माता की जय बोलो सच्चे दरबार की पूज्य गुरु महाराज की पूज्य माता पिता की जय बोलो सच्चे दरबार की
मंत्र जब
Right? So I think it was nice, right? All 3 days we could see Vaishnav Devi Pratna, then Aarti, and then post Aarti. Yeah. And today is Wednesday, so we'll take a break, long weekend, and then see you back on Monday. And next week we'll also hear the Nārāyaṇa-kavaca. So the Nārāyaṇa-kavaca which is going on, so we'll also hear that. It will be very nice. And it's really blissful to read the whole Nārāyaṇa-kavaca and with the meaning, see how the pratna is done by the devatas. So very interesting. And everyone have a nice week. We'll see you on Monday.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
You too. Take care.
Hare
Bye.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.